Hey everyone, I'm Royal,
I'm Vanessa.
and this is Exposed by MF.
MF is a podcast and also a magazine that Royal and I started. And yeah, we're just going to dive right into it.
A little bit about me. Moved to New York 5 years ago. I'm a Brooklyn babe, okay? From Washington State. Honestly, anything before I moved to New York really doesn't matter. All that matters now is we're here.
Yeah. Well, I moved to New York 6 years ago. Very mysterious background. I won't really get into it. I've been everywhere, lived everywhere.
Same.
Yeah. And so we just are having our first episode here.
We're literally, this is going to be like all arts, culture, fashion, just a be all end all of, I don't know, like what's popular because, listen, we think we're cool. We think we're cool.
I mean,
we're both Leos. So
you have to be a
like-
little bit of a narcissist to start a podcast.
Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, I think it's like the number one trait of Leos, so here we are.
Oh, no, 100%. First of all, let's get down to what we're wearing.
Yes. In honor of Diesel bringing back butt cracks, we are in our Diesel fits. I think this is a new piece for you. We're debuting.
I really was just like, I was shopping Essence. Like shopping, I would say shopping the Essence sale, but these were not on sale. I got these nice jeans. I don't know. I'll probably we'll put up what specific jeans they are. I really can't remember the number and stuff. Got these jeans, got this amazing, insanely distressed shirt. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, okay? Like super wide legs.
Right.
Super wide legs. What else do you need though? You think these are going to be skinny jeans? No.
Well, I think they're bringing back low rise after the show.
Okay.
And I think honestly, it's going to be big for the cybersigilism girls because all of the lower back tats, the crotch tattoos, they're going to come out.
Oh,
so
I have been, I want to get a tramp stamp very badly, but I don't think I'm going to.
Well, maybe tune in next episode and Royal will be getting her tramp stamp. This old thing just really from in the very back of the closet. Had to yank that thing out.
It was on the floor.
Blow the cobwebs off. Just kidding. I'm such an outfit repeater, and I think that that's just being sustainable.
Listen, if it's a good outfit, I'm gonna wear it again. You don't want me to look hot twice in a row? What are we talking about here?
I mean, and Royal has seen me wear this 95 times, maybe just this week.
No, and you look hot every time.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like it's just fucked up if you're not repeating outfits.
No. Why would you cover something under a fucking basket? You gotta let it shine. Let it shine.
I think I saw on this show, I think it was Love is Blind, one of the girls revealed to her husband that she had just she never repeats outfits, only wears things once, and he actually was this is the biggest red flag, I don't think I can continue this relationship.
She's like, babe, I have something really big to tell you, and honestly, I don't know if you're gonna love me after. That's insane.
I'm not an outfit repeater, and I'm sorry about it, and I'm not okay with that. I feel I'm sorry, but this is my I will die on this hill. That you should only wear clothes and buy clothes that you're going to wear repeatedly.
Oh, clothes are meant to be worn. I am such a big person where I'm listen, these were $200 something jeans. Why am I gonna baby them? No, I'm gonna get my use out of them. They're gonna get beat up. They're gonna get worn. What? You're not gonna tell me that everybody loves wearing the worn-in Carhartts that looked like they worked a fuck ton of hours in them. No, these bitches are gonna get some mileage on them.
Yeah. I also, all my designer, I literally wear to death.
Oh, of course.
All my shoes get absolutely destroyed, but you take them to the shoe doctor, okay, the little cobbler, which also is such an 1800s ass word.
Oh, 100. The cobbler?
The cobbler.
What is this? Pie?
Well, yeah, no, I just feel when am I going to go wash my clothes in the river next?
No,
the fucking cobbler.
Literally.
You're out of your mind.
But shout out Diesel.
Shout out Diesel. That was a bit of a tangent.
Right. No, that show was great though. Like you said, they're bringing back the butt crack.
Yeah.
Ours are there. Ours are here. You just can't see them.
I know.
Just can't see them.
I don't know if I'm going to be participating in the butt crack just yet.
Maybe I need a couple drinks in me before.
Yeah, to the club for sure.
Yeah.
Once the like winter depression of New York comes off and I'm back in my running game and I'm really toned, and then you can see my ass.
Oh my God, no.
Buttholes are out.
Of course. Okay, so what have we been up to this week? Like, what have you been up to?
I was sick, so I did absolutely nothing. But of course, as the super spreader that I am, I showed up to work and went and hung out with my friends. And yeah, there we go.
Like, what, are you gonna stay home and like rot? Like, no, we literally had the first, I hesitate to say spring, but we had like the first fake spring in New York.
It was hot out, so I'm going out.
It was, of course, like I'm not gonna hide in my room.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to Body Hack, which is this like trans event put on by trans people for trans people. It was at Nowadays in Bushwick.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. Like, there's just something about having trans people everywhere that just fills my soul with love, you know? And it's just like the best feeling. Corteza Starr, if you know her, she performed, absolutely killed it. Like, the vibes were immaculate.
I told Royal you can't tell me anything until we start the pod so that I get like the live genuine reactions. But like, who did you go with? Who was there? Did you meet anyone sexy? Like, what was the tea? What was the drama?
Everybody was sexy.
Okay.
Well, I was maybe the most. Maybe the most.
Well, that is just like undoubtedly.
That's a given,
that
right?
we don't even have to state that. At that point, it's just
course.
facts.
Of course not. No, so I went with these two trans guys. They're my friends, and literally one of them just like swiped up on my story day of and was like, "Oh, I'm going to Body Hack. Do you want to come?" And I was like, I literally forgot it was today.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get ready. It was a Thursday. So what the fuck am I doing on a Thursday night? Nothing. Yeah, I'm going to go out. I literally had like one drink, which honestly I'm really happy about.
That's hot. Like, that's like how you do it on a Thursday.
Oh, it's the way to go. I was like, I don't feel like waking up super hungover for work, but went with them.
I will say there's something so fun about being kind of messy and like having a few drinks when you go out on a Thursday. You show up to work, you're like, oh, fuck. But I just had such a good night, you know? And it like makes the weekend start a little earlier when you're like go a little crazy on a Thursday. But
no, honestly, I feel
in
like
moderation.
In moderation. I feel like I usually do that. But this time I was like, okay, we have to film this pod. Like, I don't want to be looking bunk as fuck for this shit. So we did that. I literally ran into one of my friends super randomly. We're like on the dance floor, just like dancing my little heart out. And
that's what happens though, because like New York is a small fucking town, and like when you go to like cool things and you meet people there, and you go to like more cool things, all the cool people come. Oh,
you know, at the end of the night, I was at the coat check. Literally, the girl behind me, we start up a conversation. She's like, "Oh my God, you're really cool. Let me get your Instagram." And I was like, "Oh my God, you're really cool. Let me get your Instagram." And then I just made a new friend. Like,
I swear they like hand select the coat check people to just be like the sexiest people you've ever seen.
Of course, that's
depending on like what club it is.
Oh yeah.
But like for any gay club, it's a given. Like Thirst Night, which we'll get into later.
Of course.
But any like sexy area, like they have the most gorgeous person you've ever seen working the door or at coat check.
Oh my God, of course. The girl was great, but ran into my friend, and it was the type of thing where they were like blowing the fog machines. So I'm like looking around, squinting my eyes, being like, wait, am I just like gonna go up to a random person and be like, hey girl, how you doing? Thankfully, no, I found her. We had our little moment. It was very fun, but I totally agree. I feel like every time you go to stuff like that, you just meet more and more people, and then every time you go out in the city, you're going to know someone at the event, which is just so fun.
Like, If I can just dive into Thirst Night right away.
Oh yeah. Well, what is Thirst Night for the people that
Yeah,
don't
for
know?
the people that don't know, maybe I'll gatekeep a little bit because if you don't know, then what are you doing? But I guess if you're watching our pod, you're like, cool. So
Exactly.
you can get it on it. But it's like the coolest fucking queer strip club ever. And I will say, like, I've never been to an event where the audience is hotter than at Thirst Night. Like, I'm looking directly into the camera, so you know. But like every time I go, I want to get a million tattoos after, and it's just like such a sexy energy. The dollar bills are like flowing. Every time you go, you have no choice but to spend $1 billion and like throw money and just live your best life, have your titties out.
No, you took me for the first time for Halloween.
Yes.
And I was like, honestly, like, I don't know if this was something that was even on my radar before you told me. And you were just like, listen, it's sexy. It's like a strip night. Like, it's going to be crazy. And I was like, oh, so I have to go all out.
Yeah.
I would say we'll put up what we both wore, but I don't know if like the algorithm will let us do that.
I was sexy Elvira because it was for
Exactly.
Halloween. So maybe we'll do like next year a Halloween show and we can kind of recreate or something.
Oh my God. I wore this like teeny skirt and then I had nothing except like a belt over my nipples. It was so fun. Literally a great night.
I had the most like demonic Elvira wig that I was struggling with for forever. I had to have our friend Cody come over and help me because like I got it like a shake and go like Amazon wig.
Of course.
It's for Halloween. I'm not doing
what?
Not
You're
to say that I
$2,000.
not to say that I support Bezos, but I did an Amazon little wig and it was like this giant beehive this big. We went to like a metal bar after and I was in like a sheer dress. That was all
We were
black.
getting looks.
Yes, but they lived for it. All these
exactly.
like metal guys were like, "Ooh, Elvira's in the house." I had my butthole
course.
out. It was literally like a little thong. So I will say like maybe I am gonna be ready for Diesel when it comes.
Oh my God, literally. Speaking of the shows that just happened, obviously the Diesel show was great. Like loved the colored contacts they had in. I can't remember. It was like something every day. They were like extreme every day was like the theme of it and stuff. I loved it. They like spray painted smiles on people's faces. That whole venue, I think I saw it was like one of the biggest like pieces of graffiti art in the world.
That was an insane installation.
Oh, so cool. And then like what? You had something else you wanted to talk about.
Well, actually about Diesel, we're not moving on yet, but I'm so curious to hear what your thoughts were on like the soundtrack cuz I don't know if it was just me, but like when I was watching it on Fashion Channel, like it was so like aggressive. I had to like turn off the sound because it was like giving me like stress.
I really feel like every single time they do those shows, they just like spin a wheel and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do.
I was not obsessed, but like maybe someone can like educate me on why it was good and I'll like be all for it. But
yeah, we'll rain check on that.
Yeah, everything else I loved. Like there was super cool graffiti and they also put like I saw there was like a thing on this installation that was like love trans. I was like, okay, right now is the time to like put a lot of love towards that.
Listen, we're
gonna get political.
Yeah,
we're here for the dolls, by the way. Get that shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Protect the dolls.
Protect the dolls. We'll link it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, down below. Doechii opening the D squared. Loved it. I think it was her and JT who did that.
It was like a reference to Naomi Campbell.
Yes.
Like way back when, which I loved.
Oh my God.
Love a reference.
Her outfit was amazing. They performed, I think it was Alter Ego, which has been like popping off since, I think it was, they did like a lip sync battle on Drag Race, which, listen, I don't want to say I was listening to that song before that, but I was listening to that song before that. So anyways.
So you were the creative director of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to be in the video. But then like they did this thing where I can't remember her name, but it was just like a famous model basically took the two designers out from a cop car and like arrested them. And it was sexy. I don't know if I was feeling her outfit. Like,
yeah,
I get the leather. It was kind of like leather daddy-esque. She had this like, you know, those cop hats Wasn't the biggest fan, but I got it. It's an homage, of course. It was good. But you wanted to talk about another show as well.
Yes, the Delara show, by far the best show of the entire like fashion season. I feel like we need to do a more in-depth review and like go in on all the looks, but it literally sent me to another world. Like, that is so sexy. She is the it girl.
Okay.
Don't know how to pronounce her last name. It's like a bunch of letters. It's like Delara.
Something.
So someone, I'm gonna look it up after this, and I'll have the Miss Google be like,
we'll pronounce it correctly next time.
Yeah, I'll input actually in the edit. It'll like
yeah, we'll ADR it. We'll ADR it
right here, Delara.
Wow.
and then you're not gonna do it.
I can't. Yeah, no, it's gonna be empty.
It's gonna be just like crickets, leave me hanging there. But the like leather look, it was like a tattooed look. I'll have to show you the progress pictures and stuff. They're so fucking cool. I love any like leather like bodysuit looking thing. Is very Sarah Sitskin, which is an amazing artist. We'll input some of her work here.
We'll put it down. Links will be down below.
Like a lot of things. Royal's gonna have to go off with the editing.
Oh, listen, this is the one thing you need to know about me and Vanessa. We curate, okay? We have our taste, and let me tell you, you know, this can be crazy, but I think we have good taste, okay? Yeah. I know that's an insane thing to say, but I feel like that's another thing we want this podcast to be is you're going to come to us for some good racks. Like, we will not steer you wrong on whether it be good music, I don't know, good like pieces to find. That's just something we do. I feel like in our everyday life is always looking for cool shit to have. Like this panther right here.
Yeah, go off.
It's like ceramic. I got it from this company called Take to the Grave. They do a lot of like American traditional type things. And again, yeah, like we want you to come to us to find cool shit.
Yeah. Like a lot of what we want for this podcast is to kind of have a little community where we can talk to our girls. And I feel like for me, when I was a kid, I just so badly wanted to get out of my little small town and out of like people who were so shitty and rude and like judgmental. You couldn't do a single thing out of place. And so that's like what we want to have. Just like, listen, doesn't matter where you are. Like, you can have your own little virtual New York wherever you are.
Of course.
And we'll tell you all the cool shit. You know?
Oh my God.
Because like you can't find that in bumfuck, but we'll help a girl out.
Exactly. You know, if you close your eyes and imagine hard enough.
Yeah. You get a little taste.
Yes. Some other news that's happened. A$AP Rocky just joined Ray-Ban's like creative team or whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really interested to see. The first thing that came to my brain when I saw that was that Kanye clip, which probably shouldn't be talking about him, of where he's like, what does Gaga know about cameras? She's like the creative director of Polaroid. But I am honestly
yeah, it's true. Because like what is the sunglass company doing with a creative director? They've never had one.
See, but at the same time, I'm like so hopeful that he's gonna make some cool shit because
he talk about tastemakers.
Exactly. Like, but besides being like, you know, obviously a really great like rapper and just music artist, the fits are so fucking fire. Like they're all great. So I don't know. I really hope he steers them in like a good direction and we can get some either good collabs off of this with like, I don't know, people just, you know, in like in the rap industry and stuff. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Definitely. Like I feel like so many things like the Met, fine tailoring. I'm so excited for. Yeah. Anyway, as we were saying, Not Guilty.
The court case. Oh my God.
He better whip up some shit now. Like, let me tell you.
I'm like that bitch got to be grateful for his life because.
And you know he is. The way he absolutely jumped over onto Rihanna. Is she pregnant? Like, what the fuck?
I know.
Just like, fully landing on her like this.
Though, listen, if I got off on something that allegedly I didn't do, but maybe did.
Yeah, but
I would be happy too.
that was in 2004 or something, and
I don't know. I don't know the facts of the case, but
listen, your girl was deep into like YouTube law, so I was really obsessed. It was very interesting. They were saying that he like shot a friend, but it like grazed his hand. And here's the craziest shit. Like his friend, who was part of the ASAP like group, the music group,
collective.
Yes, ASAP Collective. He like the cops came and searched for the like shell casings and stuff, and they didn't find anything. And then the guy that got shot goes back and finds the casings allegedly and brings them to the police. So like tampering of evidence, like there's not really much. There's not really much there that I feel like they knew, like when he denied the plea, that it wasn't gonna go anywhere.
Well, he was gonna get, I think it was like 7 years of parole or something, or it was like 7 years of prison, but it all would have been like taken off. It would have been like time served or something. And his lawyer was like, "We're not doing that. We're not doing that."
No, but I love the defense was that it was a prop gun from one of his music videos, which like, I mean, maybe it's possible. Who knows? I'm not. Like, I'm just interested.
All
like
the court case said is that the jury said not guilty.
I find that a very interesting thing, and I wonder if there will be more people coming with that defense of, oh, it was a prop, because now you have to prove that the gun is real.
Right. Like, I'm really curious. I feel like that whole just category of like rappers and getting, well, I guess it wasn't anything he said in his music, but anyways, that was crazy.
Yeah, actually, I was listening to ASAP recently, and he said something like, people lying suing me, and I was like, oh shit, because this has been going on for years. This is like this has been such a long like lasting court case. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, anyway, we can move on from ASAP.
We can move on. Honestly, we're gonna do a little like hottest club in New York.
Yeah.
We all know it.
Well, if for those of you that weren't part of SNL, and what's the guy that does that?
It's like Fred Armisen. Steven. Not Fred Armisen. It's Bill Hader.
Bill Hader, and he's in his little.
He goes on Weekend Update, and he goes, New York's hottest club is the dingy little, I don't know, like
the cupboard behind the stairs.
Yeah, or something, the cupboard like behind the stairs of Paragon.
Yes.
And so we kind of want to do our own thing of that. Mm-hmm. So I will go first.
New York's hottest club.
New York's hottest club is the Atrium at Carousel. Okay, there's something just top tier of, if you don't know Carousel first, it's this really great like 70s kind of like retro themed bar in Bushwick.
Super gorgeous and also gigantic.
It has like a conversation pit, which is another thing in it of itself, which is so amazing. Like the vibes are great. But it has this like atrium in the middle of the whole bar where you can go out, you can smoke a little J, you can smoke a little cig if that's your speed, and
there's a super gorgeous tree in there.
Oh my god, the vibes are great.
Yeah, it's all glass, so you can see the rest of the bar. But also, hating that we're giving up our best spots, but that's how you know that we fuck with you.
Okay, people know Carousel. There's a line.
I know, me acting like I invented Carousel. As
ever
part-time owner of
It's this really small place, I think, called like Soho House or something. No,
yeah, actually, like a really up and coming neighborhood of Soho.
Yeah.
Which my Real Housewives girls will get that, but the up and coming neighborhood of Tribeca.
Yeah.
That one of the like. Okay, we'll get into that later. But also, I was watching this podcast that was like, I'm just gonna wear sunglasses halfway through, and then we don't have to worry about eye contact being weird. But one thing about these sunglasses that has been kind of annoying me is that Kanye like wears them.
Oh, I know. Wait, these are Prada, right?
Yeah, they are Prada, and they're like really cute and gorge.
Oh my god, they're great.
Very cute and gorge, but I actually will take them off because I feel like an asshole wearing them outside.
Whatever.
But
what's your New York's hottest club?
My New York New York's hottest club, first things first, is Dobbin Street Vintage. That is where we got these
These
chairs.
beautiful ostrich leather. Though,
Ostrich leather, but they're vintage, secondhand.
Exactly, secondhand. We did not go and kill the ostriches ourselves, okay?
Yeah, no. Yesterday I made the joke that Royal killed one and I killed the other, and then we made our own chairs, but...
We didn't do that. Secondhand.
Yeah, you don't come for us. But yeah, and then we spent the whole day yesterday like running around trying to find little things for the
Oh my
pod,
God.
which the only thing we got was a rug that you can't see.
But you know, you could feel the vibe. You can feel the vibe right now.
Exactly.
No, Dobbin Street is so great. Like, I feel like they're really good at the curation aspect of stuff.
Yes.
But when I do go in, those prices kill me sometimes. When it's some really nice dresser that's, you know, from like 1972, and it'll be like $350, but there's a scratch on the front and one of the handles is missing, and I'm like, babe, can we mark this down a little bit? It's cute.
No, they like curate it like a little living room so that it looks gorgeous, but like even these chairs, they're like on their last leg.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, why are we pricing them as new?
But you guys don't know that. They just look pretty, and isn't that all that matters?
That's what I said to Royal. I was like, let's be careful sitting down, because maybe one day we'll start sinking, which is exactly what happened to my couch from Dobbin Street. We were like sitting on there, and then it starts to slowly fall to the ground.
I'm noticing a trend. Maybe that's not New York's hottest club.
No, I honestly, I'd stand by Dobbin Street. Because it's even, like, we were looking at Facebook Marketplace, and people will still be insane with their prices there, too. And at least you get to see it in person before you buy.
I really feel like that is just kind of the whole thing about New York is, listen, if you're coming here trying to get a deal for something, trying to get something for cheap, turn around. Go somewhere else. I don't know. Go to Long Island, go upstate or something. Yeah. It's not going to happen here.
I'm like now used to the absolute buffoonery of prices here.
When I leave and I go somewhere else, New Yorkers will know. Yeah. When you go somewhere else, like legitimately, I would say the shock of just like, oh my God, like you got 10 bags of groceries and it was only $20. Yeah. Like I sink into a deep depression. Yeah. But then I remember I'm in New York and I'm like, okay, whatever.
It's worth it. Like so much shit that you deal with by living in New York is just worth it. Like I'd rather have 3 jobs and killing myself than like living in any other part of the world. Well, in any other part of America.
Exactly. We are New York snobs, let me tell you. If someone's hating on New York who doesn't live here, of course I'm going to defend it. Yeah. Am I going to hate on this city every single day? Of course.
Yeah, no, you get to talk shit if you're in there, you know, right. You understand the grind.
Oh my God, of course. Okay.
Now, what's next?
New York's hottest club is the downstairs basement at the Diesel Soho store, which is the sale and clearance or whatever. Yes. Like, we all want a deal. I got these jeans.
Speaking of a deal, right?
Exactly. Listen, there's nothing wrong about going down there. I feel like, I'm not joking, I actually did watch a TikTok of some lady being like, I will never shop on the clearance or the sale rack. I always get sale price. Everyone was flaming her in the comments.
Welcome back. We had a little moment with the camera, so we took a break. And now we're back. We were just finishing up New York's Hottest Club. And nothing left about anything there. That's it.
Downstairs, we said what we needed to say, probably. Yeah. If not, it's never that serious. At the end of every pod, of course, what we want to do is give you some recs, okay? These are going to be audio. These are going to be video. Even, I don't know, clothes, like, you know, maybe we'll like have a list down below. Not right now, but maybe we will. Right. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I won't even say it's really a rec. I feel like everyone and their grandmother is on this. Actually, I'm quite late, but I started watching the Housewives franchise. Obviously, got to start with the New York. I did not watch any like season 1 through like 15, I think. Whatever the last 2 seasons are with the new girls, Cantina. Okay, that's all I have to say is Cantina. No, I actually have a lot to say. I don't know why, but like as an outsider, the whole Housewives genre was like crying, yelling woman TV, which like I stan as a crying woman, like as a crying, yelling
like,
woman.
I see myself in them.
Yeah, but like I was like, I never could keep up with the drama. Like I don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. But this cast is so good. It's like gay, queer, sexy, all every single like type of person is in there. They're so cool. They're so smart. They all have their own businesses. And
I know. I haven't watched.
You need to like honestly fuck everything else. Get in on this, okay? And then after that, because I watched the 2 seasons fast as hell. And let me just say, like, we stand Jenna. Jenna fucking Lyons.
Those who know will know.
Those who know will know, and like call me because I have to talk about these things, and nobody in my friend group watches. So.
We'll put our numbers in the description.
Yeah.
Numbers down below.
It's actually, and then like we'll just put it here.
726. No.
111. Okay, so that, and then Salt Lake City. Everyone's been raving about that. So I was.
Didn't one of the ladies get like arrested or something?
I have not gone there yet, but I have been seeing all the spoilers on TikTok, and it's not really a spoiler if the show has been out for like ages, but to me it's a spoiler.
I was at the MoMA the other day, and literally the lady at the membership desk dove into it. Like, I had family visiting from Utah, and she was like, oh my God, I've been watching it. It was like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. Well, the other one is the Secret Lives of Mormon.
Yeah, Mormon Wives.
Mormon
that's supposed
Wives.
to be crazy too.
Yeah, that's after I finish The Housewives. I'm watching that.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That we've got, what else? What else you got?
Okay, so I'm a big music person. So that's like most of mine. First one, Eusexua. Okay, the new Twigs album, like when her first, I can't remember, I think Eusexual was like the first single that came out. Gagged. I was dead. Girl Feels
the music
Good.
video for that.
Oh my
Gagatandra.
God. So fucking good. Particularly Girls Feels Good. It's just so like Y2K club. Like, I will put that in my ears and just strut around the city.
Clubbing is back.
Oh my God.
I'm like so ready to go back out now.
Of course. Another one is a new album from ML Butch called Sun Tub. Dreamy, like indie shoegaze type music, which honestly didn't really listen to before this album. I love it. Like, it really is crazy. And then also Leon Thomas, the guy from Victorious, actually.
Which one?
He was the guy who had the keyboard. We'll put up a photo. You guys know him.
It's not the puppet guy.
Not the not the puppet guy.
Okay.
But he's like an R&B singer. He like wrote a couple of SZA's songs, or like produced them on SOS. Put out an album. So good. I've been loving it. Like, the Tiny Desk he did was great too. The vocals are immaculate. Like, I'm like, you do Victorious and then you're doing all this shit. Like,
we have no choice but to stand.
Also, I feel like a wreck for both of us.
Severance. Yes.
Severance.
Every single Friday, Royal and I like go have a little girls' night with our roommates, your roommate, my roommate,
boyfriend,
and we watch Severance, and we theorize, and we have girl talk, and
it's such a crazy show. Honestly, I like am not the biggest TV watcher. I started watching it and I was like, oh wait, like, this is great.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's brought back like movie nights and like weekly like TV show nights with your friends, because I haven't done that since Euphoria. Yeah. Which was like so long ago.
Right.
So I'm like loving this little ritual, and it's like we could go into this for so long.
Guys, we know it sounds crazy. Hanging out with your friends like actually is fun. And
yeah,
like actually
it's
is
wild.
great.
Like, you guys should try it. I don't know.
You should try it sometime.
Yeah. Not to gatekeep, but
yeah, right, not to gatekeep. Another thing we just watched because you hadn't watched it, and I was like, oh my God, we need to. Mulholland Drive. Like, R.I.P. David Lynch. It's literally one of my favorite movies. It's in my Letterboxd top 4. And I was like, girl, you need to watch this. You will have more questions than answers at the end. Yes. But like, so good.
Very similar to how Severance leaves you guessing, not understanding what the fuck's happening. Oh, yeah. A lot of questions, as you said. Yeah, very similar vibe. Have no idea. Can't tell you much.
No.
Have to be Googling. Have to be like everyone's boyfriend, like on Reddit. Like,
Right.
what does this mean? Mulholland Drive explained. Like,
No, literally.
I never feel more like a white guy than like.
Like, let's
that
have the
shit.
film bros tell us what happened.
Like, yeah, if you're snobby, I want to know. Tell me what's going on.
Exactly. But honestly, does that close out this episode?
Got more things to say.
We got more things. Oh.
No, we can't close it out without me talking about traitors. Okay, that I literally, hand to God, like I need to like I'm going to keep your eyes open and peeled because you need to watch the show. Like last season, they had a trans woman on. And she was the first one off. They all voted her off. And it did not sit right with me. It didn't sit right with Alan, who's the...
Yeah, like, Alan Cumming.
Yes.
Shout out.
Stunning outfits, by the way. We have to talk about that.
Oh, my God.
But she was the first one voted off. And, like, I think there just weren't enough queer people in that cast. And so then the next season, which was this season, they filled it. And... oh, that, like, always makes good reality TV. I don't know why they didn't think to do that earlier.
Gay people are entertaining.
Don't even. You guys, breaking news on the podcast.
No, I saw, like, I think it was, like, Bob the Drag Queen was on
yes,
there.
Yes. Came in a little too hot, got voted off.
Oh.
But not in any way, like, because of, like, what happened last season. It was just that he was a traitor. He was a little too loud, and they figured it out. But like rising star out of that is Gabby. I think Gabby Winded from The Bachelorette, which I had never seen. But oh my God, she fucking eats so hard. Highly recommend that show. Yeah, the only other thing, I think that's it for like media recs.
Yeah, I think that's it for our recs. Thank you for watching. I really hope you guys like this first episode. We're rambling, you know how it is, first episodes, okay? I feel like we're going to be getting our footing. We're really excited to do more with this and talk more about MF Mag and everything that encompasses that because, bitch, we're going to be taking over everything, okay? Just wait. You're going to see us all over your Instagram, your TikTok, the internet. Like, mark my words. Mark my words.
Hell yeah. So with that said, follow our Instagram for
It'll
the Motherfucker Podcast. And our personal Instagrams, shout out.
And that's it. Okay, bye.